Right, lads, got another weekly breakdown for you guys. So let's not even waste any time. Let's just get straight into the charts. How this goes, right? I'm just going to give you guys the quick rundown of each category. So you guys know I like to look at the indices. With the indices, price action is basically confirmed on each one of them. There's no SMT diversions that I can see on the hourly timeframes. However, two out of three are hedging bullishly, despite the narrative of the dollar remaining macro bullish over the third and fourth quarter, due to the fact that the Fed elected not to cut interest rates, and maybe there's speculation around hiking interest rates, in fact. But yeah, so yeah, despite that, these two indices that would typically be hedging bearishly due to the macro bullish dollar, they are hedging bullishly. Why? Well, we'll get into that in a second. In terms of grains, across wheat, corn, and soybeans, pretty much all of them are bullish. Unwilling to make lower lows. Hedging bearishly on two and hedging bullishly on one for some amount of money. And then with livestock, across live cattle, feeder cattle, and lean hogs, we have, I believe, bullish price action on all of them, and I believe one or two are hedging bullishly, and then the other one will be hedging bearishly. Now, that basically confirms what we're seeing in price on the dollar. So if we move over there, what we're seeing on the dollar here is, if we start on the weekly time frame, there's a couple of things that we need to draw out just for understanding here. So let's draw this sell side imbalance here. It's a weekly, so let's 3. Yep. So this is a weekly sell side imbalance that was flipped into a inverse fair value gap. So that's something that we are drawing out today. Dropping into the daily time frame. So what we saw was, on Friday, we saw the mean threshold of this inverse fair value gap on the weekly time frame get tapped, which coincides with this bullish order block in here on the daily time frame as well. So yeah, overall, we've been absolutely disrespecting bullish PDAs and respecting bearish PDAs on the dollar. I've kind of moved away from us grabbing the liquidity that we're talking about over here, and I'm now looking at this as a confirmed failure swing and looking for lower prices on the dollar for the foreseeable future. How long will price move lower? I don't know, but I deem this as a retracement. Also, with the fact that we've gone into a new month, we also did some monthly analysis as well to looking at that. So looking at this consolidation range that we've been on the monthly time frame, we've seen the quarterly shift was due here. We got one more bullish month, and then now we are actually seeing the retracement. So I think that we're due for a month or two being bearish. It's not in line with, if we even take a look at the seasonal tendency for the dollar, it's not in line with the seasonal tendency for the dollar. Traditionally, over 20-30 years, the dollar typically trends upwards, but what's been in line with the seasonal tendency of the dollar, honestly, like April was bullish and it typically trends down. So yeah, we are seeing divergence from the seasonal tendency of the dollar this year. Also take into account that this is a black swan year, so no surprises there. So yeah, with all those things considered, we are expecting lower prices on the dollar for this week. And if we do see lower prices on the dollar this week, then we're expecting higher prices the following week, potentially. We have to see how price plays out this week. But let's take a look at the economic calendar, shall we? Looking at the economic calendar, it doesn't look too busy this week. Actually, it doesn't look busy at all. It just looks comme ça, like just kind of barren, if I'm being honest. No medium high impact news around New York. London looks ideal on Monday. There's no high medium impact news on the pound or euro on Monday. And 3 a.m. news pretty good on the being on the chart by like 2:30 a.m. New York Times, like waiting for the setup to occur. If it's going to occur, then we'll see. We'll take it if it does. Tuesday, London also looks ideal. I wouldn't be trading New York or London close on Monday or Tuesday because they are likely to be choppy and consolidating, in my opinion. Wednesday is an ideal London day as well. Oh, sorry, Tuesday isn't probably gonna be like a hit or miss London. The reason why I say that is because I actually didn't realize we have this medium impact news on the pound, which means that we're likely to consolidate up until that medium impact news comes out across both EU and GU, in my experience. Wednesday is looking like an ideal London day as well. Probably more so for the pound than the euro, and the reason why I say that is because of this French bank holiday that I'm a bit worried about, but it's probably generally fine on both of them. Thursday is not ideal for London because of this 7 a.m. high impact news that's supposed to come out on the pound. That is also going to affect the euro, but New York is ideal for Thursday. And then for Friday, I would say London close is where it's at on Friday. London close and London. London's very ideal on Friday, in my opinion. So yeah, that is the weekly outlook. Pretty calm week. I think there's going to be some nice opportunities in the week, and we are bearish on the dollar for the week and bullish on foreign currencies. We've been seeing, even price action confirm this, we've been seeing bearish PDAs getting blasted through and bullish PDAs being respected. So that's what we've been seeing across the foreign currencies, and we've been seeing the inverse on the dollar. So yeah, pretty much easy weekly breakdown this week, and those are the expectations. That was the weekly breakdown. As usual, there's always our uncertainty, so we don't say what the dollar is absolutely going to do. We don't use dogmatic statements. No, we just say, look, this is what it's likely to do based on this number of factors. Let's look for it to materialize in the market, and if it doesn't, let's change our outlook accordingly. As the week goes on, you get more insight. With that being said, look out for what you want to see in the charts yourselves, and look out for the things that we talked about. And until next time, ready.